Welcome to part 4. You want to be 15 plus. Let's get into it. Talk to Supply Sergeant Tipp right before the zone line to Blacksalt Strand. Grab the quest and let's go. There's a couple quests that I know of here we'll get to later. This place is like level 12 to 18. The road from Port Azure leads you right into the Elderstone Mines. Make sure you talk to all the NPCs on the way up and in. Inside, hit up the first NPC on the right, not far after entering the cave. You'll need to kill the blobs for her shovel. You may be here for a while looking for it. Best place to farm for it is next to the blob boss deep in the left side of the dungeon to the north. It's a big blue area, hard to miss. Around level 18 is when you should be able to kill the boss. It drops ancient coal we'll need later. Back at the entrance, after you're done turning in your quest, if you go right at the bottom of the ramp and head east, there's a named in the back that drops the next faded entry page. To the west are spiders. The name drops a dagger used in crafting. The only thing you probably won't have is the Sivakayan Ore we'll find later on. When you're done in the mine, back in Blacksalt Strand, if you get back on the road north, you'll find the zone line to the Braxonian Desert we'll get to in a minute. South sends you to a house on the shore. There's a note in there we want from some skellies around level 17. Not far west up a hill is a windmill and another NPC with a repeatable quest for gloves. You'll need 5 Nagalok claws. The camp next door was given a claw bot once every clear. There's some down on the shore to kill, as well as a camp of sea fiends that drop a whisper of the sea for crafting. In the desert, from the Blacksalt Strand zone line, going northeast sends you to a camp with a name that drops a Tempest stone and a page that gives you a quest for the stone. You can also get the quest from a lost poem. Taking the road west leads you to the only other quest I know of here. Don't forget to mine for citron sand silver. Further down the road is a spell vendor in the zone line to SILKENGRASS MEADOWLANDS. Back up the hill around the camp of Braxton is some kind of chest-like game tucked into the mountain. The 2 NPCs at the tent give you some hints. My first assumption was chess. I found an item later that mentions something about an age-old game. If you show up with nothing, you'll get a message in your chat. The pieces are collected from killing random things in the zone. I don't know how many there are. You can also buy one in a port for 135,000 gold at this vendor here. They're consumed as soon as you enter the arena. There's a good amount of camps to check out and interesting things to loot that seem to piece the story together. Take your time and look around. Kill everything. Check out all the corners and of course talk to all the NPCs you find. There's a lot of lore pages to collect here, and I think this scorched skeleton is where I found this teleport rune, but after a couple hours or so of searching for another, I couldn't get it to drop from anything in the desert. Maybe because I already had one on me? Over in SILKENGRASS MEADOWLANDS, head west and keep killing the risen pilgrims up the path if you haven't found the engagement ring from the last guide yet. Stay on the road and you'll pull up on a pavilion to the right. I'm pretty sure this is just a repeatable faction quest. Sivakayan are all over the place, but there's a camp of them up here. You can start killing them around level 17, but it'll be slow. Level 20 is my recommendation. They drop some nice tank gear and the ore you need for multiple things, including the quest for Tipp. The weapons are rarer than the ore and gear. You'll probably end up with 6 to 8 ore before finding the first weapon, and you may not even want to turn it in because it'll be an upgrade. Along the south wall right next to this camp is a group of green tents with a quest NPC. It's an easy turn in Port AZURE. You gain faction with Ripper. I don't think this messes with your port faction since you don't get a negative hit according to the chat. From here, following the wall east gets you to some shadow men. Going back west along the wall sends you to Windwashed Pass. On the right, heading north, is Rockshade Hold. You'll want to be 22 to 24 plus. Clear it out like we've done all the other dungeons. I'm not aware of any quest or quest items in here. You'll find some lore, including the faded entry page. In the back are these ruby and sapphire fiends that drop living chunks of themselves you use in crafting. They don't drop all the time though. Outside the hold, the only thing I've found to note are these ancient golem stones you get off the ancient guardians, but that doesn't mean there's nothing else out there. You'll be in these areas for a little while, so there's no need to rush. If you go northwest from Rockshade Hold and around the corner, you'll end up in MALAROTH'S nesting grounds. There's no quest that I know of, but there's some NPCs to talk to, like this one that spawns at night, and I'm not sure what to do with yet. There's also Name to kill, and this is where I got my Pristine spider Carapace, although Ripper's Keep is probably the best place to get one of those. By now you should have everything you need for the Duskenlight ritual. I'm not sure what level this place is. The con green at 18 or 19. The compass you get out of there goes to this guy in Port AZURE. This one's 22 plus. The Brazier's northwest of Fairies Break zone line, right next to the Ogres. Next up is Loomingwood. You should be able to do the ritual components quest around level 20. The pink feather will drop off the chicks or matrons. I don't know if one type has a higher chance to drop it or not. I got one off the chicks. The thorn drops off of Dvoratrix. Get the intact fairy wing from the auction. VITHEO'S Rest is the only other place I know you can play around in at 20 plus. There is a quest in here, but you most likely won't find it till 24 plus, which will be in the next guide. Remember that Tempest Stone from the desert? Turn it into this guy. Then turn that into this guy. Then give her back the ring with a sand, silver, and elderstone shard. Quest complete. Don't forget to turn your Sivakayan Ore into Tipp. That's it for now. Let me know if there's something I missed or if you found something I didn't. See you in the next one.